It's the Line Makers on Sporting News, presented by Jack Daniels. Pretty big football game coming up at Reliance Stadium in Houston when the Texans entertain Minnesota. We're seeing 7.5. There are 8s out there as well. Total on the game is 43.5. Listen, Minnesota finds themselves, Micah, right in the middle of this pack of teams trying to make some noise in the NFC. A host of teams at 8-6. But just as a general overview, Adrian Peterson going after Eric Dickerson's record, and I think Arian Foster takes it personal in his own yard, and I think these two running backs put on a show.
That's an interesting angle. I hadn't thought about that, but Foster is one of the elite running backs in the league, outstanding in his own right, but I am just captivated right now by what Adrian Peterson's doing. He's been phenomenal, showing, and we're talking about a guy, we see Derrick Rose sitting on the sideline with the Chicago Bulls, who basically had the same injury almost about the same time, and he's not even anywhere close to playing. Adrian Peterson's running for an all-time record with the same injury. It kind of mystifies me of why this guy is such a freak of nature.
The fact he made the opener,
yeah,
let alone going for Eric Dickerson's record.
It's a big deal. And Eric Dickerson, why is he talking? I mean, he's like the 72 Dolphins every time with the popping the champagne corks. He doesn't want to see his record broken, and he's in the media now talking about everything. So I'm rooting for Peterson, but I don't see how the Texans lose this game or even not cover. They're just a fantastic team covering the spread as far as just strangling teams and doing what they do best. They get a lead on you, they run Foster, they run the clock out, move the chains, and they squeeze the will out of the opposing teams, and I think you're going to see that happen again here. Minnesota's been an awful team on the road this year. They've only won 2 games this season. I don't see them being competitive in this game.
It's funny. I've been very critical of Houston, even though they're 12-2. I think they're too pass happy, and ultimately I think it will cost them before this season ends. But in this instance, I really do believe they're going to spoon feed Foster, and I think the clock's going to be running a lot in this game.
You might be right on that, and we might see. I don't know if that equates to an over or under, but I do think it equates to a Texans winning by at least 10 or more points.
It's the Texans hosting Minnesota this Sunday at Reliance Stadium in Houston, Texas. Check out the Line Makers on Sporting News. Awesome editorial content on this game and all the action going on around the NFL.